It's a battle for sole possession of second place in the Western Athletic Conference as the Roos enter the hostile GCU Arena to take on the Lopes. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside the GCU Arena for this Saturday matinee matchup between the Roos and the Lopes. I'm Kyle Borg, alongside Diana Johnson. And Diana, the Lopes were back at home on Thursday where they took down Chicago State in 4 sets.
Yes, Kyle. So this past Thursday, the Lopes took on Chicago State University and beat them in 4 sets. The Lopes had a little bit of a rough start defensively because they had a few adjustments to deal with. KJ Adams was filling in for regular libero Tegan DeFalco. Despite some of the defensive errors, the offense was able to compensate when given the opportunity. The second set was very strong for the Lopes. They got into the groove and we started to see them loosen up in the back row. However, in the third set, they gave up 1 to Chicago State. The Cougars' offense really came to life, and that surprised GCU, to be honest. After the 22-25 loss, the Lopes came to life to win the last set. Senior Melody Horton and junior Jenny Murillo were imperative during the final set and honestly throughout the entirety of the game. Horton led the team with 15 kills and completed a double-double with 11 digs. Jenny Murillo was right behind Horton with 15 kills and 5 blocks. It was a classic game where we see the importance of the outside hitter position. I don't know about you, Kyle, but I'm excited to see this matchup against Kansas City.
And a good matchup it will be between the Roos and the Lopes. The last time these two teams met was on September 30th in Kansas City, where the Lopes were able to come away with a 3-1 victory over the Roos. And you know the Roos have revenge on their mind here this afternoon. And how can the Lopes avoid getting beaten here by the Roos as we take a look at the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game?
So the first key to the game is Havoc's power. It is no secret that this game will be difficult for the Lopes. Fortunately, the Lopes have home court advantage and the Havocs to cheer them on. The Havocs are famous for not making it easy for opposing teams. They are loud, they are proud, and they are not going to make it easy on the Roos, especially since they are sharing a spot with the Lopes. The second key to the game is block out breast cancer. Today's game is honoring breast cancer awareness since the month of October is dedicated to the fighters and survivors. The arena is sure packed today and our fans are ready to see the Lopes in action. Our third key to the game is execute. The Lopes have prepped for this game and they have been thinking about it since they pulled into the shared spot. The only thing left for them to do is execute on what they have been preparing for. Today will be all about keeping errors to a minimum, both defensively and offensively. Both teams are pretty scrappy, so this will be an exciting matchup.
Well, the all-time series between these two squads is 3-10 in favor of the Roos of Kansas City. The Lopes are just 1-5 all-time here at home, and they are looking to improve upon that record here this afternoon, and we will see if they are able to do it. But first, we will have prayer, national anthem, and then the starting lineups.
For this afternoon's Western Athletic Conference Women's Volleyball matchup on this Breast Cancer Awareness Day, featuring the Kangaroos of the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this afternoon's competition with the word of prayer. Today's prayer is led by Emma Ahern, a senior majoring in exercise science with an emphasis in sports management and a member of the GCU women's volleyball team.
Let's pray. Lord, thank you for the opportunity you've given us today to play this awesome sport. Please be with us and watch over us and play to our best of abilities and leave here injury-free. I pray that we can leave here knowing that we give all the glory and honor to you, Lord. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Emma. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the playing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this afternoon by our very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of the Professor, Dr. Paul Cook, and this afternoon his student associate, Augie Williams. Thank you. And now let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's contest. First of all, for the Kangaroos of University of Missouri, Kansas City. An outside hitter, a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, number 1, Maddie Wren. At middle hitter, a senior from Miami, Florida, number 3, Ty Lukes. At outside hitter, a senior from Cedar Falls, Iowa, number 4, Alisha Harrington. At outside hitter, a freshman from South Haven, Mississippi, number 6, Kennedy Schreitenthal. At right side, a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, number 8, Melanie Breshka. The libero's a junior from Hillsboro, Kansas, number 10, Alex Ratzlaff. And the setter's a junior from Omaha, Nebraska, number 17, Allie Shomers. The Roos are 11-8 on the season, 7-2 in Western Athletic Conference play. They're led by head coach Christy Posey, associate head coach Trent Jones, and assistant coach Will McCall. It's time to get on your feet and make some noise. This is the starting lineup for your Grand Canyon University and Lopes. The setter is a 5'7" freshman from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, number 2, Claire Mitchell. The libero is a 5'8" junior from Long Beach, California, number 3, Tegan Falco. And middle blocker, a 6-foot sophomore from Albuquerque, New Mexico, number 7, Annabelle Kubinski. An outside hitter, a 5'11" senior from League City, Texas, number 11, Sweet Music, Melody Horton. At opposite, a 6'1" junior from Northridge, California, number 13, the big left-hander, Sarah Hagee. An outside hitter, a 6-foot junior from Andalusia, Colombia, number 15, Jimmy Murillo. And a middle blocker, a 6'2" sophomore from Boynton, Iowa, number 16, Big City, Kyla Moss. The Lopes are 17-4 in the season, 7-2 in Western Athletic Conference play. They're led by head coach Jim Nolan. Assistant coaches, Abby Sandler and Jake Long. Director of Volleyball Operations, from the pride of Mountain Point High School, Kendall Rohr. Athletic trainer, Rachel Bodie. Performance specialist, Anna Lingstinger.
And we will go ahead and recap those starting lineups for you quickly. It will be for the Kansas City Roos. Number 1, Maddie Wren. Number 3, Tyresa Lukes. Number 4, Alisha Harrington. Number 6, Kennedy Schreitenthal. Number 8, Melanie Brecka. Number 10, Alex Retzloff. And number 17, Allie Shomers. And that is the Kansas City starting lineup this afternoon. And for the Lopes, it is the usual starters as everybody is back for GCU now. It is number 2, Claire Mitchell, the libero, number 3, Tegan DeFalco, number 7, Annabelle Kubinski, number 11, Melody Horton, number 13, Sarah Hagee, number 15, Jenny Murillo, and rounding out the order, number 16, Kyra Moss. As everybody up on their feet, the arena's getting louder and louder in anticipation for the first serve of this set, as the referees will quickly check and make sure everybody is in the right spot. And the Lopes are looking to continue their hot streak that they have been on. They are on a 3-game win streak coming into tonight, and Kansas City on a 2-game win streak. And since the last loss the Roos suffered to GCU, they are 5-1 since they met a month ago in Kansas City with wins over Chicago State, Utah Valley, Seattle, UTRGV, and Bakersfield on Thursday, and then just a 3-1 loss to the Aggies of New Mexico State at home in Kansas City. So the Roos will start us off. They are in the black jerseys, the Lopes in the home white. And we will get started with the first serve from Kennedy Streitenthal and the Roos. It's gonna go out of bounds, and the Lopes are quickly on the board, 1-0, and they will get the serve right here. And it looks like KJ Adams is gonna come in, and she will take that first serve for the Lopes. Adams the first serve. Her serve will go out of bounds, so back-to-back service errors on both sides to get started, and it's 1-1.
KJ Adams actually led the Lopes with her career best 24 digs in the last game against Chicago State, and it's interesting to see her back in the white or the normal colored jersey.
Big swing from Sarah Hagee on the outside, but it'll be kept alive. And then Adams gonna get her first dig as Mitchell will go to Melody Horton, who will push it over. And it's kept alive and then sent well outside, looking for Harrington. But it's gonna go off of the antenna, and the Lopes are up 2-1 as that one's out of bounds. And now Annabelle Kubinski will be the server for the Lopes, as Kyra Moss will come into the front row to join Hagee and Horton. Kubinski's serve is out of bounds, so the Lopes have yet to put a serve in play, and we are knotted up at 2 apiece. Raina Smith, number 15, has just checked in for Kansas City, the freshman. Getting her first action tonight. Adams gets a good pass to Mitchell, who will go for Moss. And it'll be kept alive in the back row. Now in the middle and sent well high and out of bounds by Loops, and Lopes take a 1-point advantage yet again as Alyssa Chisholm will come into the game to serve it away for GCU. And Alyssa Chisholm's gonna get a service ace for the Lopes, and it's a 2-point advantage at 4-2 early on in set number 1. And it looked like that serve from Chisholm was about to go out of bounds, and Kansas City just didn't communicate it in time. It ended up being a service ace. They're gonna set her again. Moss with a big kill right away. Kyra Moss gets her first kill, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, we saw some early errors from both sides of the team, and I think that this set is really gonna go to whoever can capitalize and just put the ball down.
So back-to-back errors by the Roos go to Lopes points, and then right in the middle to Tyresha Lukes. She gets on the board with kill number 1 tonight, or this afternoon, and it's 5-3. As Michael Sadler, number 13, will come into the front row, and number 10, Alex Retzloff, will be the server for Kansas City.
Alex Retzloff leads the Roos in digs per set, and she actually wasn't in the game when GCU last played the Roos. So this is a little bit of a different team that we're seeing here today.
Melody Horton gonna come up with the kill off of the block, and the Lopes back up by 3. And like you were just talking about, Alex Retzloff did not play on September 30th, so she's going to be a big defensive key in the back line for Kansas City and really try and keep the Lopes from gaining too much of an advantage. That serve from Melody Horton will be set up right in the middle, and DeFalco able to get a dig. And that one will go. Horton has to send a free ball over. They're gonna go outside. Murillo can't get her hands to it. And Brecca's gonna get her first kill of the night. And it's 6-4 GCU, and now Brecca will be the server. Mitchell again for Moss. It's gonna hit the floor. Kyra Moss with 2 kills, and the Lopes back up by 3. And the last time these two teams met, Kyra Moss had a then career high 18 kills. She just broke that last weekend. She's got a career high of 20 now, and she's got 2 already tonight, and she had 10 on Thursday against Chicago State. As Horton able to keep it up. Mitchell trying to avoid the stuff by Smith, but Raina Smith is going to get that one to fall just over the hands of Mitchell, and the Lopes still up by 2. It's 7-5. As Maddie Wren will check into the game now. She had service ace and a couple more the last time these two teams met, as Jenny Murillo's gonna get that kill to fall. Jenny Murillo now gets kill number 1 on the night, and it's 8-5.
It looked like Redsclaw had a little bit of a trouble start getting to that ball. I feel like she probably could have gotten to it.
Mitchell floats that one over the net. Mitchell can't get her hands to that, and Horton can't save it. 8-6 is the score, and it looks like this one might stay around 2 or 3 points all the way through. So Schreitenthal going to be back now to serve for Kansas City. She just had a service error the last time she served, and now she'll pick up service error number 2, and it's 9-6 in favor of the Lopes. And now Maria will come out. Adams comes in. She will go back to serve. She also had a service error the last time she served, so let's see if Adams can put this one into play and possibly get the Lopes to the biggest lead of the afternoon at 4 apiece. That one's going to get deflected off of the block of Kubinski and Horton, and another kill for Lukes. It's 9-7.
Let Kennedy serve! Let Kennedy serve!
Shomers out of bounds. The Lopes up 10-7. And the 3rd service ace of the set for the Roos, and the 5th overall on the night between the two teams, as Annabelle Kubinski will go back to serve. She also had one of the 2 service errors for the Lopes to start, and that one's going to be put in play. In the middle to Lukes. Kubinski able to dig it out. That's going to stay in play and force the Roos to play it. They're going to go Lukes again. Adams dives but can't quite get there, and it's 10-8, and it looks like Tyresa Lukes is going to be a problem for the Lopes here this afternoon.
Yes, she is hot. She's working those angles left and right and getting around the big blockers. We got Kyra Moss up there. She's a difficult competitor. She's got big hands, but she's really working around the Lopes defense.
Service ace for the Roos, and number 4, Alisha Harrington, cuts the lead to 1. It's now 10-9 in favor of the Lopes. And Tyresa Lukes, 160 kills coming into the night. You can give her 3 more already. She's just averaging over 2 kills a set, but 3 already, as Hagee can't find the line. And it's now tied up at 10, and Kansas City has come storming back from a 3-point deficit. They're on a 3-0 scoring run. That one right at Adams, a little bit of an errant pass. Horton able to dig it, or run it down rather, and now Adams sends one deep into the Kansas City back line. That one can't be dug out by Mitchell, and that one gets around Horton. And now Kansas City has their first lead of the afternoon, and it's 11-10 now.
Kyra Moss was a little late to put up hands on that block. We could tell that number 4 really used it to put it down, because if you don't get your middle up, good luck.
Alisha Harrington serves that out of play, and it's 11-11 to end the 4-0 scoring run. So another service error. That's the 4th of the set. Kansas City's going to really want to find a way to get that number down throughout the rest of this set, as Alyssa Chisholm will serve it for GCU. That's going to be tipped. Moss keeps it up. Mitchell for Melody Horton. And that one will be kept alive in the back row for Harrington. DeFalco can't dig that one out. She got an arm to it, but it'll immediately hit the floor, and a great back row kill from Alisha Harrington. The last time these two teams met, Harrington had 16 kills, and then on Thursday night up at Bakersfield, Harrington had 19 kills, so she's coming off another big game, as Horton sends that over the net off the top of the block. That one's gonna find the floor, and it's 13-11 Kansas City.
Once again, the Lopes just can't seem to close their block, and the Roos are really using that to their advantage.
And of course, the net presence in the block game was key for the Lopes on Thursday, as they were just all over the place on Chicago State. And now Claire Mitchell's gonna get that ball to hit the floor at the net. Good net presence from Claire Mitchell, and you see that a lot from her, and she's only a setter.
Yeah, that'll be her first kill of the night.
Claire Mitchell, very sneaky, very high volleyball IQ, as Harrington has to set that up. And then it's poked over as DeFalco will set Jenny Murillo off of the top of the block. It's gonna fall. Jenny Murillo, kill number 2. And the Lopes have tied it up at 13 apiece. Melody Horton gonna serve for GCU now. That one's right at Harrington. Shomers outside. Horton is right there. Mitchell gonna go for Murillo again. She has to adjust, and she does a good job to get it in play. Another back row kill block, Kyra Moss. Lopes back up by 1 as they tried to go with that back line kill attempt from Alisha Harrington again, and another solo block from Kyra Moss.
That'll be her 83rd block of the season. She leads the team on blocks. Make that 84.
And Kyra Moss, back-to-back solo blocks, will force a Kansas City Roos timeout. It's 15-13 halfway through set number 1 here at the GCU Arena on this Saturday afternoon in Phoenix. We'll be right back with the remainder of set number 1 and the rest of this match when we come back right here on GCU TV.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
We are back inside the GCU Arena, where set number 1 has been back and forth all set long, as the Lopes and the Roos. The Lopes have a 15-13 lead over Kansas City in this match that is for second place in the Western Athletic Conference. And the Lopes have been paced by Kyra Moss, and right away, Kyra Moss just picked up block number 84 on the season and solo block number 16 for her. She is on fire right now, and the Lopes are really feeding off of her. The Lopes restart us now with a serve. That one's gonna go right to the floor, but out of bounds. Lopes gonna pick up the point. Lopes back up by 3 to tie their biggest lead of the night, and it's 16-13. Melody Horton. That's gonna go point GCU up by 4. Now that will give them the biggest lead for either side here on the afternoon, up by 4. Harrington for Shomers. Outside for Brecka, off the top of the block. Mitchell outside, Jenny Murillo, back line. It finds it, 18-13 GCU. And now back-to-back points from GCU will force another Kansas City timeout. The Lopes up by 5. Jenny Murillo just picked up the last kill. We're gonna take one more short break and be right back right here on GCU TV.
We needed one more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena. Kansas City has just taken their second straight timeout of set number 1 as the Lopes have a 5-point advantage, 18-13 over the visiting Roos. And Diana, the Lopes went up early on by 3 here in set number 1, and then the Roos came storming back to take a 3-point lead of their own. And then the Lopes, after going down 13-10, have just made it an 8-point swing, as it is now a 5-point 18-13 lead.
Yeah, head coach Courtney Posey's not really loving how the girls are playing. They're not giving their best defensive effort, having trouble closing blocks and filling holes in the court in the back row. So it'll be interesting to see how they come back after this timeout.
That one will be kept alive by Horton, and now Chisholm outside for for Jenny Murillo, rather, and then that one in the middle finds the line. That's going to be Brecca, 18-14.
You want another timeout, coach?
That one will be served out of bounds by Brecca, and the Lopes back up by 5, 19-14. DeFalco's going to get her first attempt to serve for the Lopes, as she is the ace leader for GCU. Skubinski got stuffed right back there, as that one for Murillo, it hits the floor. Jenny Murillo puts the Lopes up by 6. DeFalco again. She will float this one. Harrington keeps it alive in the back. That one set outside, out of bounds. Lopes up 21-14. That was for Raina Smith on the outside. Couldn't keep that in play, as DeFalco ready to float one again off the top of the net on its way through. Dug out by Harrington. Back row, a little bit of miscommunication. That falls. 21-15 is the score. As Wren checks in for Smith, and Wren will go back to serve now.
The Roos have 5 service errors, so they're really going to have to rein it in if they want to keep up with the Lopes during this game.
Wren out of bounds, and it's 22-15 GCU. 6th service error for the Kansas City Roos here in set number 1. Kayla Redfield now checks in to be the setter for GCU. She will also get ready to serve now for the Lopes. And a quick, sneaky touch by Allie Shomers will get Kansas City back down by 6. It's 22-16, as Lukes just checked back in to the front row, as Ty Lukes looking to get something going. She's got 3 kills already early on here for Kansas City. And another service error by Kansas City, and the 3rd of the match for Kennedy Streitenthal. And she is visibly frustrated coming off the court right there, as you can hear it from the Havocs right now behind us. The 7th service error of the match so far for Kansas City, as KJ Adams will put that in play right at Maddie Wren. Shomers for Lukes. No touch. Gonna be called for 4 touches, as Lukes hit that one right into the top of the net. And it's 24-16. So set point for the Lopes and KJ Adams, right at Maddie Wren. Shomers outside, big block! Annabelle Kubinski, Sarah Hagee, and the Lopes win set number 1, 25-16, and what a dominant set for GCU.
For sure, we definitely saw the Roos struggle to keep the ball on the court, both with hitting and serving. They had 7 service errors, which I know head coach Courtney Posey is not happy about. I know what they're going to be doing in practice when they return home.
Kansas City will definitely be looking to cut down on the service errors in set number 2. The Lopes up 1-0 here early on at the GCU Arena for this matchup between the Roos and the Lopes, and we will see what set number 2 has in store. Will the Roos come back and tie it at 1 apiece? Will the Lopes go up decisively 2-0? There's only one way to find out. Stick around right here on GCU TV.
My name is Courtney Baldwin. I'm an upcoming sophomore at GCU studying marketing, and I'm from Chandler, Arizona. As a project manager, my job is to kind of task out the copywriters, graphic designers, email team, whoever it may be, keep the project moving along. Currently, I have about 10 open projects, and a couple of them are promo items such as lanyards and t-shirts for school districts, and we're also doing some email campaigns and a few other things just like that. I love the community here. We have an amazing team who works very well together, and I also really like that I can get the experience before I go into the real world. So first coming into college, I really wanted to explore curriculum design. I really have a passion for education. At the ad agency, we do a lot of work for school districts and schools. This is marketing, but it's also education, so I'm finding my passion here because I get to help with education and business all in one, which is what I love. I'm Courtney Baldwin, and it's time for me to get back to my projects.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena on the campus of Grand Canyon University in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. We are getting set for set number 2 here between the Kansas City Roos and the Grand Canyon University Lopes. And GCU just went up 1-0 after a 25-16 decisive victory. And a dominant victory it was in set number 1. And the Lopes were really paced by Jenny Murillo with 4 kills and Kyra Moss's 2 blocks, but were helped out by the 7 service errors of Kansas City.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams had a little bit of a rough start with service errors and hitting errors, but the turnaround really came when Kyra Moss had those 2 back-to-back blocks. Those were massive for the Lopes. It kind of gave them extra energy to keep going and stay focused, to put the ball in the court both in their hitting and their serving.
So with just about 10 seconds remaining here before the second set is going to begin, and the Roos are paced by Melanie Brecka, who's got 4 kills, and then Ty Lukes with 3, and she's been all over the place really when she's been up front for Kansas City. She's been a problem for the Lopes in set number 1, and then she checked out, and the Lopes were able to go on a little bit of a run. So we'll see if Lukes possibly stays in a little bit longer than she normally would for Kansas City. And then already with 10 assists is the setter, Allie Shomers, as Claire Mitchell just 4 assists for GCU early on. So on the court, it'll be Melody Horton who's gonna serve for GCU. Alyssa Chisholm also on the floor. DeFalco's gonna come in for Annabelle Kubinski in the back row, as it'll also be Murillo, Mitchell, and Moss in the front for GCU. And it'll be Shomers, Harrington, Lukes in the front for Kansas City. And then in the back, they will get ready with Retzlaff, Wren, and Brecka, as the referees just make sure everything is okay. Make sure everybody's in the right spot. Right rotation's gonna occur. So a little bit of a delay here before the start of set number 2. So the Lopes are going to begin set number 2 with the serve. And it's Melody Horton. We are underway in set number 2. That one's going to immediately go to Lukes. Chisholm right there. Mitchell outside. Murillo. They're going to call a double touch on the set attempt from Claire Mitchell. A little frustrated with herself there after a great kill and a great swing that would have been by Jenny Murillo. So the Roos up 1-0 to start us off here in the second set. Horton, Mitchell, outside, gonna go for Murillo. It'll be blocked right back down, and Moss can't keep that one out of the net. And the Roos are up by a pair. Shomers with a line drive. Mitchell for Murillo for a 3rd time to start us off. That definitely got tipped at the net. Referees call it. 2-1 is the score. Lopes on the board. Murillo kill number 5, as DeFalco will serve now for the Lopes to get them started off. Looking to get on a little bit of a run. Outside, big swing by Brecka right to the floor. No chance for a dig on that one, and it's 3-1 Kansas City.
Melanie Brecka has been a larger focus for opposing teams this season, which is something she has had to adjust to as the year goes on.
Harrington right at Horton. Mitchell for Kubinski in the middle, yes! Annabelle Kubinski getting big kill number 1 for her. Hagee into the front now for the Lopes as Mitchell will serve it for Grand Canyon. Right, going back outside again. Horton, Mitchell, outside Hagee. It'll be blocked and kept up. Shomers out of bounds. Lopes get back to even. It's 3-3. And it looks like Mitchell gonna get ready now. Serve it again for the Lopes. That one kept alive and then dug out by Shomers as Harrington sends it over. DeFalco for Mitchell for Kubinski. Little tip over everybody, and it's 4-3.
She really used her brain on that play. She saw that the Roos were pulled back, and she just sent that tip over for the point.
Going outside again. That's going to get touched as Brecka going to get another kill. She's got 5 now, or 6 kills on the afternoon now for her. It's 4-4. As this will be the libero, Alex Retzlaff. Horton for Mitchell. Outside, Murillo takes a huge swing. And then almost a miscommunication. They're going to go outside. Hagee going to get with the tip. Sarah Hagee gets it to fall. Lopes back up by 1. And Kubinski and DeFalco with a sigh of relief. Almost some miscommunication from those two. But it worked out well for the Lopes. Hagee, kill number 2. It's 5-4. Set outside, Brecka right at Adams. Mitchell for Horton. That's gonna get out of bounds and fall. Lopes up by 2. Horton kill number 2, and the Lopes up 6-4. Harrington gets off to Shomers. Outside off of the block. It's gonna fall, and Brecka getting her 7th kill on the afternoon. It's 6-5, and they are really feeding Melanie Brecka and trying to get her going right now. Right at Melody Horton. Mitchell gonna return for Horton. It's gonna hit the back line. Great spot from Melody Horton. It's 7-5.
She was a key player in Thursday's game against Chicago State University, and we can really see her using her brain tonight.
Kubinski gets set now. She sends a liner right over the net. That one in the back row, out of bounds, no touch. Lopes going up, 7-5. Annabelle Kubinski looks to put the Lopes up by more as the Lopes look to add on to their already 3-point lead. That one for Shomers outside, almost dug out by Mitchell. And that kill will be by Michael Sattler, her 2nd kill of the afternoon. Lopes up 8-6. Maddie Wren will serve it away for Kansas City. That right at Adams. Mitchell for Horton. Be kept up in the middle. Sattler can't reach it, and Wren can't recover to get it over the net. Lopes go up by 3. Again, it's 9-6. Chisholm comes back in for Hagee. She's going to serve it away. Chisholm puts that right in play. Service ace, Alisha Chisholm. Her 2nd of the game, and the Lopes 2nd on the match, and it's 10-6 GCU. And what a great serve it was from Alisha Chisholm. She's going to look to duplicate that right here, but instead it goes out of bounds, and it's 10-7. Number 2, Peyton Van Nest is going to come into the game for Kansas City. Mitchell outside, Melody Horton. That's going to get into the third row in the seats. Melody Horton, a huge kill, and she's got 4 on the afternoon now. Lopes up by 4. Horton gets ready. She'll serve. Schomer's outside for Harrington. And now Lukes is going to be stuffed by Murillo. And they're going to go outside for Harrington again. DeFalco right there, read it well. Outside for Murillo. Jenny Murillo with a rocket of a swing, and the Lopes are up 12-7. And that big Jenny Murillo swing is going to force another Kansas City timeout, their first of set number 2 as the Havocs get set for t-shirt time. We're going to go to a quick break. Lopes up by 5 here in set number 2. We'll be right back right here on GCU TV.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
We're back inside the GCU arena as the Lopes are off to a big start here in set number 2, and it's 12-7, a 5-point advantage for them, and the Roos are over there scratching their heads. They're not sure exactly what to do, and they don't have an answer for the Lopes right now as they have all of the momentum.
Yes, Kyle, the whole team is hot. There's not just one player that stands out. They're all playing as a team, playing in sync. And it's just beautiful. We're seeing balls being dug up, hard-driven balls, mind that, and we're seeing balls put down. The only thing that I would like to see here soon is a good block.
These Havocs sure do love a good block. Harrington almost stuffed there. Chisholm keeps it up, and then Luke sends it over. She'll send it over again, and now Mitchell gonna go with the stuff. Kept alive. Chisholm gonna go to the back row. Melody Horton looking for a kill. It'll be dug out by Retzlaff in the middle. Luke's is stuffed, but it's kept alive. Gonna go again. Mitchell almost got her hands to it. And now outside, Jenny Murillo's gonna be blocked by Lukes and Schomers, and it's gonna be 12-8.
What a good rally, though. We saw some great blocks. We saw some great swings. Good sequence.
Schomers right at Horton. Mitchell gonna get a stuff. And that's gonna take 4 touches all on its way down to the floor. 13-8 GCU. Kubinski in the middle for Moss as DeFalco will serve it away. DeFalco puts that one in play. They're gonna go with a quick touch. It's kept alive, and Kubinski sends it over. Chisholm got there to put the pancake down, and then that's gonna go off of DeFalco's head. And it's 13-9.
We've seen some great defensive plays from Chisholm lately. She put a pancake down on that last play. We've seen some hard-driven balls as she's gotten her platform nail. She put the right angle in, and she put it right to Claire Mitchell.
So that one, DeFalco for Mitchell. Gonna go for Kubinski, who goes with a touch. That's gonna come out of bounds and over to our table as it's 14-9. Kubinski gets another kill. She's got 3 now. It's 14-9. And the way this one's going, the Lopes could have 4 players in double-figure kills like they did on Thursday night. They could have a repeat of that. As Claire Mitchell sends that over. They're gonna go in the middle for Lukes, and it'll find the floor. 14-10 is the score now. Lopes up by 4.
It appears that Jenny Murillo will probably be the first to get into double digits here today.
She has 6 for the Lopes, followed by Horton with 4. As Horton gets a dig, and it's sent right back to Kansas City. They'll get a chance to play it. DeFalco keeps it up. Murillo runs it down. Trying to keep it alive. Unfortunately, can't get there. Good hustle from Jenny Murillo, almost going into that scores table. It's a 3-point Lopes lead now. Mitchell outside for Sarah Hagee. Be kept up. Shomers off the block. Mitchell for DeFalco. For Murillo off the top of the block. Be kept alive again. Kubinski digs it out, but can't keep it straight up. Murillo's not going to get there. 14-12 is the score. Kansas City on a little bit of a run now. That serve right for DeFalco. Mitchell, quick touch. Sneaky, sneaky play. Claire Mitchell. And the Lopes go back up by 3 to end the Kansas City scoring run, 15-12. Mitchell, kill number 3 on the night.
She really loves that signature move of the setter dump off the pass. It works, and it's working tonight.
Adams puts that in play, almost hits the floor. And now a push, Mitchell. DeFalco can't readjust and backtrack to get that one. And Coach Nolan not happy with that play, but the Lopes still up by 2 as Brecka will get ready to serve. And dare I say that so far through this second set, no service errors from Kansas City. Horton takes a big swing and gets that one to fall off the top of the block. Horton killed number 5. Lopes back up by 3. Moss back into the middle for GCU. Kubinski will be the server. Shomers goes with a quick one, kept alive. But the ref is going to say that that one hit the floor before Kubinski could get there, and that one was extremely close. Lopes up by 2. No, we want Kennedy! Maddie Wren comes back into the game now. She'll get ready to serve for the Roos. Mitchell gonna be into the net on that one. 16-15, Lopes lead down to 1 now. Horton will get it to DeFalco, who will return for Melody Horton. It'll tip off the block, and now they'll go outside for Harrington. Hagee does good to get a hand on it. And now Mitchell will feed Sarah Hagee, who will go with a tip. Now Shomers again, block! Sarah Hagee and Kyra Moss right there to disrupt Alisha Harrington, and the Lopes back up by 2. And now Chisholm will serve that one out of play. So our first service error of set number 2. It'll be the 3rd for GCU at 17-16 now. As Van Nest comes back in, she'll get set to serve it for her second time here in set number 2. And that's the first service error of the set for Kansas City. So they've played the majority of this set without giving up a service error, and now they just hit one right into the net. So 8 on the match for Kansas City as Melody Horton will serve it away for the Lopes. Outside for Harrington. That ball was out of play. Point goes to GCU, 19-16. Right at Wren. It'll be pushed back to Moss. Kyra Moss with big kill number 3 to go along with her 3 blocks. And it's 20-16 GCU. And they have really turned it on again late here in set number 2.
Both Kyra Moss and Annabelle Kubinski are really working the angles in the middle. We see most of the balls go down when they really hit it to that left side. not as much the right side, but more so the left side, and they're really working that spot.
As Kansas City will take timeout number 2 of set number 2. Lopes up by 4, looking to close in on a 2-0 set advantage here as set number 2 winds down. We'll see what the rest of this set has in store when we come back right here on GCU TV.
Hit 'em up, move 'em out. It's a Ranger Roundup sale at Sanderson Ford with a herd of 44 Rangers now in the stalls, starting at $28.9. Want a little more beef? How about a stampede of Ford Raptors, $35 now available, or giddy up in a Ford Mustang for only $22.9. They have a corral full of ponies. Head on into Arizona's largest Ford dealership and head out in a new Ford. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
We are back inside the GCU Arena as the Lopes have been able to hang on to their lead after being tested by Kansas City as of late. They are back up by 4 on a 3-0 scoring run as Melody Horton will continue to serve it for GCU as the Lopes have jumped out to, again, an early lead and then have been able to hang on as Kansas City has put together a few runs, but not enough to tie or take the lead, and they'll cut into it again. It'll be a 3-point lead now for the Lopes as Kansas City will get it back, and Shomers will be the server. Mitchell for Kyra Moss. It'll be kept alive. That one's outside for Brecka off the top of the block, and it'll go to Mitchell. Outside, Jenny Murillo right to the floor. Jenny Murillo, kill number 7, and it's 21-17 in favor of the Lopes. DeFalco almost drops in a service ace. That one will go to Harrington. DeFalco trying to keep it up. Can't do it. And it's 21-18 now GCU. Blatcher will be the server for Kansas City. Chisholm keeps it in. Outside, Jenny Murillo almost dropped one in. Kupinski there to block it back to Kansas City side. And that will be a net violation on Kansas City. And the Lopes go up by 4. Hagee back in. Claire Mitchell to serve for GCU. That'll be set up in the middle. Luke's gonna get that one to fall straight to the floor, and Luke's has kill number 6. It's a 3-point GCU lead, 22-19. Sattler to serve, or Retzlaff to serve. Sattler into the front row for Kansas City. Retzlaff clips the net on the way over, and now it's outside for Sarah Hagee. That's gonna fall, Sarah Hagee, with kill number 2 on the night. Lopes 2 points away from a 2-0 set advantage. KJ Adams to serve it away for the Lopes. That one into the middle and a strong push right for DeFalco now. Outside, Sarah Hagee kept alive. And it'll go outside, and another strong push off of DeFalco's outstretched hand as Adams was running behind her, couldn't adjust. And another kill for Kansas City, and now it's a 3-point Lopes lead.
A little bit of a miscommunication between KJ Adams and libero Tegan DeFalco on that one.
That one sent right back over into the middle for Sattler. Heads up and right behind us in the first row as Sattler gets a kill. And now it's a 2-point Lopes lead, and Coach Nolan's seen enough. He wants to talk it over with his team. So the Lopes up 23-21 here in the final stages of set number 2 between the Roos and the Lopes. And Kansas City is closing in on possibly tying and taking the lead over the Lopes. And we'll see if they can do it when we come back right here on GCU TV.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Back inside the GCU arena now, as it's a 2-point lead for GCU over Kansas City here on this Saturday afternoon in the battle for second place in the Western Athletic Conference. Lopes looking to take a decisive 2-0 advantage over the Roos, as they are 2 points away from doing it. But Kansas City was down by 4, and they're on a 2-0 run right now, looking to make it 3, as Brecka will remain the server for Kansas City. Right for Horton. Mitchell in the middle, Annabelle Kubinski. It's gonna find the floor. Annabelle Kubinski, kill number 4 in the Lopes at set point, 24-21. As Emma Ahern's gonna see her first action of the afternoon with the serve, and she's gonna look to end it for GCU right here. Ahern delivers. That one's out of bounds, an attacking error from Sattler, and the Lopes win set number 2, 25-21. And Diana, the Lopes have really just dominated from start to finish, despite a couple of errors in between in both sets, but really the dominance and the momentum are all the Lopes.
Yes, Kyle, they really came out into this set on fire and just ready to give their best and really not do as many errors as they did in the set before that. We really saw them tighten it up on hitting errors as well as service errors. We saw a few, but not as many as the set before, which was nice to see. Also, the Roos, they're starting to buckle down on their service errors. We only saw, 1 service error in that set compared to 7 before that. So they're really going to be coming back and giving the Lopes a run for their money in this third set.
Well, we'll have about a 4-minute break before the two teams take the court for set number 3 and possibly the final set on set number 3. Lopes up 2-0 right now over Kansas City, led by Jenny Murillo's 7 kills, and Kansas City led by Brecka's 12 kills. And we will come back and see what set number 3 has in store for us. Will the Lopes sweep the Roos, or will the Roos force set number 4? There's only one way to find out. Stick around. We'll be right back right here on GCU TV.
You got me moving to a different beat. I'm singing this melody. I'm lost in the rhythm of your love. What should we fear? What need we hide from when our God goes before? In a place in my hands to fit His perfect plan for you and I. Stand to
welcome back to the heart of Phoenix, Arizona on the campus of Grand Canyon University inside the GCU Arena as the Lopes have a 2-set advantage on the visiting Kansas City Roos in this this battle for sole possession of second place in the Western Athletic Conference standings. Both teams looking to position themselves well for the WAC tournament here in a couple of weeks. And before set number three gets underway, we'll go ahead and check out the upcoming schedule brought to you by BSN Sports.
Men's soccer takes on the Roos from Kansas City tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Women's soccer will finish their season at home on November 2nd against CSU Bakersfield, and basketball season kicks off on Tuesday, November 5th. It all starts when women's basketball faces Benedictine at noon. Catch all those games here at GCU TV.
And definitely in for an exciting finish to the women's soccer season. They started off a little slow in non-conference play, and then once WAC play hit, they really flipped the switch and have turned it on as of late. They're looking to stay in 5th place to make the WAC tournament. They're in a good position to do so right now, and the men's soccer team did lose their game yesterday to Houston Baptist 4-3 in overtime, but we'll be back at home tomorrow night to take on the Roos of Kansas City. So you can catch that one right here on GCTV, and then basketball season. Everybody's excited for it. I'm excited for it. Diana, are you excited for it?
Most definitely, Kyle.
As basketball starts technically on Wednesday with men's basketball kicking off with an exhibition against San Bernardino, but the regular season starts with the women on Tuesday, November 5th, like you mentioned, at noon, taking on Benedictine, and then the men will be at home also on Tuesday night to take on Davenport to kick off the basketball season. We got a Tuesday doubleheader, so you can come out and spend the day at the GCU Arena and on the campus of GCU as we get set for set number 3 here. And we are going to go ahead and take a quick look at the Canyon State stats update brought to you by Canyon State Credit Union. You can see there the kills in favor of Kansas City at 26-24, but the Lobes have that 2-set advantage, and then 13 errors to 3 overall between service and attack errors. Roos have more total attempts, but the Lopes with a better hitting percentage and more blocks, as the assists are 26-19 in favor of Kansas City. So Kansas City leads in a couple of the categories, but they don't lead on the scoreboard, and they're going to start with Maddie Wren here in set number 3, looking to stay alive and force a set number 4, as that one will go to KJ Adams in the back row. Looks to drop one in, but it'll be kept alive, and now Sattler will send that one over. DeFalco for Melody Horton, looking for assist number 3. It'll go outside for Harrington, right at DeFalco. Mitchell for Horton again. That's gonna fall. Melody Horton kill number 6, Lopes up by 1. Sarah Hagee doesn't serve very often, but she's getting an attempt here, and it's going to be a service ace for Sarah Hagee, and the Lopes are up by 2. Hagee set to serve again. Schomer with a quick touch. Hagee digs it out. Outside for Melody Horton. Harrington can't keep it alive, as Melody Horton will pick up kill number 8. It's 3-0 GCU. That one will be dropped in. Harrington will take a huge swing and drop that right to the floor. Just her 3rd kill, so she's been quiet after coming off a 19-kill night on Thursday. Mac Blatcher comes into the game now for Kansas City. She's going to serve it away. It's 3-1 GCU. That one right for DeFalco. Mitchell for Moss. It's stuffed but out of bounds. Kyra Moss. Kill number 4 on the afternoon to go along with 3 kills. And the Lopes back up by 3. Horton to serve for the Lopes. Harrington for this, and that one will go to Lukes. It'll get out of bounds. Ty Lukes, kill number 7 on the afternoon, and it's 4-2. Kansas City getting ready now with Shomers will serve now for Kansas City. It's out of bounds. 9th service error on the Ruse. And it's 5-2, Grand Canyon.
We call that the Kennedy.
DeFalco right at Harrington. Shomers back to Harrington. It's stuffed but out of bounds. And it looks like they're trying to get Alisha Harrington going. Alisha Harrington just killed number 4. They're looking to get her going. She's a big key for them. She's the team leader in kills now with over 240 on the season. That's gonna fall. Kubinski. Annabelle Kubinski, kill number 5. The Lopes back up by 3.
Looks like we saw a little bit of miscommunication between Allie Shomers and number 8, Melanie Brecka for that ball. Easily gettable.
Shomers for Lukes, straight to the floor. Lukes, kill number 8. Retzloff to serve it away for Kansas City now with a 2-point deficit for the Ruse. Murillo into the back row for the purple and white. Will get by her and hit the back corner.
Hit your feet. Your feet are out of bounds. Your feet are out of bounds.
6-5 now, GCU. Another service ace for Kansas City on that last one. So that one will go into the middle. Kubinski's blocked, but kept alive for a moment, and then it hits the floor, and we're knotted up at 6 apiece.
Let's go, Luke. Alex.
So Retzloff again. That one right for DeFalco. Mitchell has to run it down for Sarah Hagee. Sarah Hagee gets it to fall, and that's kill number 3 for her. 7-6 GCU. Adams checks back in. She's going to serve. Serve from Adams is a good one right at Harrington. Shomers outside for Brecka. DeFalco right there. She's going to set up Hagee. She'll go with the tip, but it's covered well by Retzloff into the back for Harrington, and it goes right into the net. And it's 8-6 GCU. Adams again to serve for the Lopes. Shomers going for Brecka. It'll be blocked and kept up. And then pushed, kept alive by DeFalco and Mitchell, and then pushed over by Adams in the middle again. DeFalco keeps it up, but it's out of bounds. And looking to avoid getting hit with Smith, and she does. It's 8-7 GCU. Brecka to serve for Kansas City.
A little bit of miscommunication between Claire Mitchell and her middle. Set it a little too low. Couldn't quite get a hand on it.
So they called a lift on that one-handed set attempt by Mitchell, and now she will set one outside for Horton, who will push to the back corner, and it just misses the line. And Kansas City takes their first lead of set number 3. They have to win this one to stay alive, or the Lopes will come away with a 3-set sweep. DeFalco can't keep that one inside the antenna. Kansas City goes back up by 2. It's 10-8.
Be her first service ace of the night.
Brecka at Horton. DeFalco runs it down. Miscommunication between Kubinski and Adams, and it's a 3-point lead. So Coach Nolan wants to talk it over It's 11-8 Kansas City. The Lopes looking to come away with a 3-set sweep, and Kansas City looking to force set number 4 and just stay alive as they have a 3-point lead over Grand Canyon so far here in set number 3. Coach Nolan just took a timeout. We'll be right back with the remainder of set number 3 right here on GCU TV.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
We are back inside the GCU arena where Kansas City has taken a 3-point, 11-8 lead over the Grand Canyon University Lopes in set number 3. And Diana, the Lopes have just come out a little flat and a little sloppy defensively so far to start off set number 3.
Yeah, we've seen them lose a little bit of focus on service reception. We've seen 2 back-to-back service reception errors or little mistakes. We saw an ace on Tegan DeFalco, which rarely happens, especially as a libero. Great service reception on that play, though.
Into the back row for Brecka. DeFalco will have to set outside for Sarah Hagee. Harrington keeps it alive. Shomers for Brecka. Blocked this time by Kubinski. Outside again, out of bounds. The Lopes going to get it back, end the 5-0 scoring run. Now they're down by 2. It's 11-9. Ahern comes in to serve for Kubinski, as she will serve for GCU now.
Melanie, it's coming to you, girl.
Ahern, right for Harrington. Shomers, back set. Almost kept alive by Adams as Sattler puts that to the floor. She's got 4 kills on the afternoon, and the Lopes down by 3 once again as Maddie Wren comes into the game. It's 9-12 as stopped the substitution for a moment. And now Maddie Wren will come in. She will serve. Wren puts that right at Adams. Mitchell for Moss. Two-handed over on the tip. Good job from Kyra Moss. It's 10-12. That one hits the floor. Moss now 5 kills. Hagee served up a service ace on her last time up. Started off this set with the serve. That one will be pushed over. Outside for Melody Horton. Out of bounds. And it's 12-11 as Melody Horton takes kill number 8. Sarah Hagee now serves for GCU. That's going to get to the back, but kept alive. Almost a service ace as Harrington will get it to DeFalco. Mitchell for Moss. It's stuffed. Mitchell keeps it alive. Tegan DeFalco outside for Melody Horton. Stuffed again. Moss to Mitchell in the back row for Hagee. Gets off the top of the block. Shomers for Sattler. Finds the back line. And it's another 2-point advantage as Chisholm comes in for Sarah Hagee in the back row. As Blatcher comes back into the game. She will serve it away for Kansas City, up by 2. This is the longest that the Lopes have had a deficit here so far on the afternoon. Moss just powers that one through the block, and it's 13-12. Horton serves for GCU. Right at Ren. Shomers for Luke's in the middle. Got tipped off the block from Maria, and DeFalco couldn't recover. 14-12. Shomers. Right at Chisholm. Outside DeFalco with a nasty tip to catch everybody off guard, and it's 14-13. Kubinski comes back in. DeFalco will serve it away for the Lopes. Runs right at Harrington. Shomers outside. Stuffed. Jenny Murillo ties it up at 14 with a solo block. And now the Lopes have a little bit of life. So they have come back to tie it now. They have finally evened it out as they've been down for quite some time. DeFalco again, right at Harrington. Going for Brecka off the hands of Kubinski as DeFalco will go for Murillo. Almost got that to fall, but it was dug out by Wren. DeFalco able to recover and get it. Then it's stuffed by Lukes and Brecka as Murillo couldn't get that to fall. Kansas City goes back up by 1 as Harrington will go back to serve.
We're seeing the Lopes run off some out-of-system balls, and it's been interesting because they've had some trouble service receiving, but they've compensated, and it's worked out for them during some plays.
That is going to be an attack error on Murillo. Back down by 2 now are the Lopes, and it's 16-14. Harrington to serve again for Kansas City. Chisholm, Mitchell stuffed. Kubinski going to get called for a double as she came flying in. Got it with her foot first, but then tried to avoid it, and it's 3-point lead again for Kansas City. Horton for Mitchell in the middle. Kubinski gets it to fall, and it's 17-15. Mitchell, she will be the server now for Grand Canyon, right at Harrington. In the middle for Lukes. DeFalco got a hand to it to keep it up. And now Mitchell in the back row for Horton, but it's blocked by Lukes. Mitchell outside Murillo. Out of bounds, just missed. 18-15, Kansas City.
We have 4 GCU players that are nearing the double digits. We got Melody Horton with 8 kills, Jenny Murillo with 7, Annabelle Kubinski with 6, as well as Kyra Moss with 6.
And an errant pass from Murillo, 19-15, Kansas City. Alex Retzloff will serve it away for Kansas City. Murillo for Mitchell, outside. Sarah Hagee gets it to fall. Sarah Hagee kill number 4, and the Lopes down by 3. Adams looking to get the Lopes on a little bit of a run. Down by 3, she's gonna be the server. Adams puts that over the net. Shomers keeps it up. It'll be set but a double touch on Raina Smith. And it's 19-17 in favor of the Roos.
Alisha, it's coming to you.
And Kansas City wants to talk about it. Their lead is back down to just 2 as it's a 19-17 Roos lead over the Lopes. Will the Lopes complete the comeback and sweep the Roos, or will the Roos force a set number 4? There's only one way to find out. Stick around right here on GCU TV.
Destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit gcuhotel.com today.
Back inside the GCU arena where the Roos have their longest lead at 19-17. It's just a 2-point lead, but they have had this lead for the majority of the third set between the Roos and the Lopes. The Lopes looking to complete the comeback and sweep Kansas City. But Kansas City looking to stay alive and at least force a fourth set, if not a fifth set, here at the GCU Arena, as these two teams are battling it out for second place in the WAC. And the winner will have sole possession of second place, as KJ Adams will continue to serve it away for Grand Canyon. Looking to complete the comeback. That one's gonna go straight to the floor. Melanie Brecka, another kill for her. She has 13 now. And Kansas City is back up by 3. Horton can't get a pass away, as that's gonna be a service ace, and it's 21-17 Kansas City. And a timeout called by Coach Tim Nolan as he wants to talk about it. So the lead was just 2. It's now back up to 4. Kansas City up 21-17 here in set number 3. We're going to be right back with the remainder of set number 3 when we come back right here on GCU TV.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
And we are back inside the GCU Arena on the campus of Grand Canyon University in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. It's 21-17, Kansas City with the lead, looking to force set number 4. And Diana, the Lopes just haven't been able to get back in this set since giving up the lead, as it's been as high as 4 and as little as 1, but the Lopes unable to get over the hump and take the lead right back.
Yeah, we've struggled a little bit, especially on this rotation with service reception. Seems like we've had a little bit of miscommunication, but oh, there's a good pass.
And a kill right off of the face for Annabelle Kubinski, and that's gonna leave a mark. And the Havocs behind us are going nuts right now, thanks to that kill from Kubinski. And Emma Ahern will serve it away with the Lopes down by 3. Put that one on SportsCenter's top 10. As they'll go right back for Sattler, but it's kept up, pushed outside for Horton. Melody Horton gonna get a kill, and it's 21-19, and the life has just come right back inside the GCU Arena.
What a crucial 2 points by the Lopes.
That was Ahern with the serve. They're gonna go in the middle. Sattler kept alive. Adams gonna be able to run it down. Ahern's gonna have to send a free ball over. Just sends it right to Harrington. They're gonna go outside. Blocked by Sarah Hagee, but out of play. And it's 21-20. It'll be 22-19 is the correct score. 22-19 is the score after that block from Hagee went out of bounds. So Wren will serve it to Adams. Kept up, and now Melody Horton off of the top of the net on its way through. They'll go for Harrington out of bounds. Lopes back within a pair as it's 22-20. Hagee gonna get the call to serve once again. She's got a service ace, almost has 2. Hagee, good spot on that one, but Shomers with a nice two-handed push to that far sideline. Kansas City back up by 3. Blatcher gonna come in to serve. So Kansas City 2 points away from taking set number 3. Mitchell trying to be sneaky with it, got off of the hands. Mitchell will set it in the back for Adams. Harrington right into Falco. Mitchell for Moss. She'll go with the tip, but it's kept up by Shomers. Back row for Brecka. Brecka right at Adams. And now outside Melody Horton again. It got touched on its way through. And a great rally happening right now. They're going to go for Horton again. Blocked, and it's out of bounds. So Horton's going to get on the board with a kill. Down by 2, she's going to serve.
Melody Horton just broke into double digits with her 10th kill of the night. Love what I'm seeing from her.
So the first Lope with double-digit kills. That one's outside for Harrington, and it's stuffed but kept up. Shomers goes quick. DeFalco can't keep it alive, and it's 24-21. Set point for Kansas City. This will be Allie Shomers. Mitchell for Moss. Shomers keeps it up. Wren outside for Harrington, off the top of the block. Moss keeps it alive, but too strong. And Kansas City will take set number 3, 25-21. And the Lopes are up 2-1. Now this did happen on Thursday night against Chicago State. The Lopes were up 2-0, able to win it in 4. They had a quiet third set tonight and on Thursday. So how can the Lopes bounce back in set number 4 and send Kansas City home in the next set?
For sure, we saw the Lopes kind of tighten down their service reception. They quieted their minds and just really focused on their angles and getting it right to Claire Mitchell. That was definitely a little bit of a key in the last few points of that last set, and we hope to see them carry that over into this 4th and final, hopefully final set.
Will this be the final set? Will the Lopes win it in 4, or will Kansas City force set number 5? Only one way to find out. Stick around right here on GCU TV.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people. Through leadership and insight, you help others fulfill their promise. You share a unique bond with your family and cherish your time together. But you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's online degree program in performance psychology will enhance your skills in helping others succeed. Master your craft in an online PhD program that puts innovation and technology at the heart of education. And you can do it all within a tight schedule without disrupting other aspects of your life. With a PhD in performance psychology, you'll have the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Back inside the GCU arena now for getting set for set number 4 between the Lopes and the Roos. Kansas City took set number 3, 25-21, but the Lopes take set 2, 25-21, and the first set, 25-16, and they're being paced right now by Melody Horton with 10, Kubinski and Maria with 7 apiece, and Moss with 6, and Kansas City has Brecka in their lead with 13, followed by Lukes with 9, and Sattler with 5, and in that last set, Kansas City just came out with vengeance, really, and then just went up by 4 and didn't relinquish that lead to GCU despite a couple of good runs.
Yeah, we saw some great plays from Ty Lukes and Alisha Harrington in the front row. We saw some big hits from them. Great plays from the libero, Alex Ratzloff. She got up some really difficult balls that the Lopes were throwing their way. Ultimately, I believe that this last set will go to the team who really compensates on or capitalizes on reducing their errors, whether that be with hitting and service.
Service errors have been a bit of a problem for both sides. 6 for Kansas City, or excuse me, 9 for Kansas City and 4 for GCU so far through 3 sets of play. Now the Lopes did have to play 4 on Thursday night. They came out flat in set number 3 like they did here this afternoon, but then bounced back in a huge way and just dominated Chicago State in that 4th set, and they're going to look to do that here again tonight. As everybody in the arena now getting set to get back on their feet as we start to begin this fourth and possibly final set between Kansas City and GCU. As the Lopes and KJ Adams will start off with the serve to open set number 4 as soon as we get the okay from the officials. Make sure everybody is in the proper order, making sure nobody's out of place or out of rotation as he gets ready to check both sides. Let's DeFalco come into the back now for Kyra Moss. And it looks like we are about ready to go as the down official is finally ready now to play it. Adams, she is ready. Referee gets the whistle ready. And we have a little bit of a delay again at the scores table. Making sure everything is in place over there. There's the whistle. And we are ready to go. Adams puts that right in play. In the middle, Luke's gonna start Kansas City off with kill number 1 here in set number 4, and it's a 1-point Ruse lead. Service by Shomers is out of bounds, and it's 1-1. Emma Ahern checks in for GCU, and she will get ready to serve it now for Grand Canyon. Was that one in play? They're gonna go outside for Brecka, kill number 14.
Kyra Moss has had a little bit of some timing issues on that left side, or that right side, excuse me. Hit a little bit late.
That serve will be right at Adams. Mitchell outside, Sarah Hagee gets the kill. And we're knotted up at 2 apiece.
Sarah Hagee has really been a key component during this entire game. She's made some turnaround points that have been really crucial for the Lopes.
That one put into play by Hagee. Up top and way out of bounds. And the Lopes take their first lead of set number 4 at 3-2. Hagee will get ready to serve again for GCU. Hagee puts that one in play. Be a back set and a double touch.
So assisting error on that one.
And the Lopes are up by 2 now as Sarah Hagee puts that one in play. Sarah Hagee service ace.
It'll be her second service ace of the day.
So Sarah Hagee has been the bright spot in the Lopes service game so far, but she'll serve that one straight into the net following up that service error as Chisholm will come into the game now for Hagee. Alex Retzlaff will serve it away now for Kansas City as it is a 5-3 Grand Canyon lead. Mitchell outside, Melody Horton, it's gonna fall. 6-3 GCU as Horton picks up kill number 11. Horton 2 digs away from another double-double on the year. She might be averaging a double-double here in WAC conference play, as it seems like almost every night she's got at least 10 kills and at least 10 digs. That one's gonna be out of bounds. Lopes up 7-3.
Great look from libero Tegan DeFalco. She really watched that line to make sure that that ball was indeed out of bounds.
So the Lopes come out firing here in set number 4, and that will force Coach Posey to take a timeout, her first of this fourth set. Lopes up 7-3 here in set number 4. We'll be right back right here on GCU TV.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Back inside the GCU arena. It's a 4-point Lopes lead. 7-3 over the visiting Kansas City Roos here on this Saturday afternoon, late October matchup here for sole possession of second place in the Western Athletic Conference. The Lopes have that 4-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we are ready to play once again. Whistle from the referee. Melody Horton just picked up another kill. She'll be the server. Off the block of Murillo, and Sattler gonna get kill number 6, and it's 7-4. So the timeout from Coach Posey gonna pay off for the time being at least. And Brecka serves it out of bounds. 11 service errors for Kansas City as Kubinski comes into the front row for Kyra Moss. DeFalco to serve. Harrington sends one over. Mitchell runs it down. Outside for Jenny Murillo. And now it'll go outside for Sattler. Horton can't recover. Coach Nolan communicating with his middle blockers to get up faster. As it looks like Kansas City's plan of attack is just get it up and get it down quickly. Don't allow GCU's block to set up. And that's what they've done here in the last 2 sets. That one right at Chisholm. Mitchell, quick touch over the net. Claire Mitchell, 5 kills to go with 9 digs and 31 assists. Hagee comes into the game now for GCU.
I believe that's the 3rd time she's done a setter dump, and really the Roos are not even trying to compensate for that. They just kind of stand and look around at each other.
Mitchell outside for Sarah Hagee. Sarah Hagee, kill number 6. And the Lopes have doubled up Kansas City. It's 10-5. Mitchell floats one. Schomer's in the middle, stuffed down by Michael Sattler. Kill number 8 for her. It's 10-6 now in favor of GCU. Murillo can't get a good pass away, and DeFalco will have to send a free ball over the net. But now Jenny Murillo gonna get it back and make up for it, as it's 11-6 GCU, and Murillo 2 kills away from 10. She's got 8. KJ Adams will get set to serve it away for the Lopes. That one will be right into play and out of play now. Back corner finds it, Alisha Harrington. A great play, and it's 11-7 GCU. Now Kayla Matthews, the birthday girl for GCU, gonna get her first attempt, or first minutes here tonight, here in set number 4. So happy birthday to Kayla Matthews, as that one will be set up for Mitchell in the middle. Kubinski gets it to fall. It's 12-7 Grand Canyon. Emma Ahern checks into the game. She's gonna serve it for Grand Canyon, as Kyra Moss back into the front row. Mitchell for Ahern, for Hagee. That one will be a little set over into the back row, and then Ty Lukes kills it. She's got 11. It's 12-8 now, GCU. Kubinski comes back in for Ahern, and DeFalco will come in for Kubinski. Right at Horton, outside in the middle for Sarah Hagee. It's kept up. And now in the back row, Retzlaff has to send one over. Now Mitchell for Hagee again. Harrington keeps it up. And now Shomers for outside. And now DeFalco for Mitchell in the middle. Kyra Moss gets it to fall. Kyra Moss, kill number 7.
The Havoc's really enjoying seeing Kyra Moss out tonight.
Continuing her recent hot streak is Kyra Moss, as that one gets past the diving Sarah Hagee, as Chisholm will come in now for Sarah Hagee. It's 13-9 Grand Canyon, as Retzlaff will serve it away, as it will be Michael Sattler into the front row for Kansas City. DeFalco gets one off to Mitchell. Gonna slide to her knees to set one up for Moss. And that one will be right for Horton. Mitchell, return pass. Melody Horton finds the line. But the lines official's going to call it out of play. And it's 13-10, and that one was awfully close. From our angle, it definitely looked like it hit the line. So they're gonna give Horton another chance. It'll be kept up and then sent over off of the block. And it's 13-11 GCU. Alex Retzlaff. Serve it away now. Out of bounds. 14-11 GCU. Melody Horton serves it away now for Grand Canyon, right at Harrington. Chalmers keeps it up. Murillo for Mitchell in the middle. Moss. Double touch on Kyra Moss. It's 14-12 GCU. Right for Chisholm. Mitchell gets one away. Horton will set one over. Quick tip out of bounds. GCU back up by 3. It's 15-12.
Another great follow by libero Tegan DeFalco as she puts her foot on that line and makes sure that that ball is out.
Kubinski comes in for Moss in the middle. DeFalco with a good serve, almost got it to fall. Mitchell keeps it up. DeFalco for Murillo. Good diving dig with the one hand by Retzlaff to keep it up. Now Mikowski sends one out of bounds. Lopes go up 16-12. It's a 4-point Lopes lead. (16-12) is the score. DeFalco right at Harrington. Shomers back set for Brecka off the top of the block. Horton keeps it up. And now for Murillo again. Yes, Jenny Murillo's gonna get that one to deflect off of Harrington and go out of bounds. It's 17-12. And now the Lopes will force Kansas City to take another timeout. Lopes up by 5 here in set number 4, closing in on a season sweep of the Roos. Lopes on a 3-0 scoring run. We'll see if the Lopes can close it out or if the Roos will make a comeback. We'll be right back, right here on GCU TV.
Head 'em up, move 'em out. It's a Ranger Roundup sale at Sanderson Ford. 44 Rangers now in the stalls, starting at $28.9. Head on in to Arizona's largest Ford dealership and head out in a new Ford. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
We are back inside the GCU Arena for this Kansas City Roos timeout. Lopes up 17-12. It's a 5-point lead for them, looking to close this one out in 4 sets. They beat Kansas City on the 30th of September in Missouri, 3-1. So they're looking to duplicate that and sweep the season series against the Roos. Looking to improve to 2-5 all-time at home and 4-10 all-time against Kansas City. Lopes are currently on a 3-0 scoring run, and Melody Horton with 11 kills, and Murillo right behind her with 9, and Jenny Murillo has been the Lopes' hot hand as of the past few points. Tegan DeFalco serves it to Harrington, and then it's outside for Makowski. Mitchell for Kubinski, kept up. Outside Sattler. Mitchell digs it out. Murillo keeps it up. Chisholm sends it over. Good job from GCU. Preserving this point for the moment. Out of bounds. GCU's going to win it. Good hustle from the Lopes on that one, and it's 18-12.
That play was a great demonstration of the sheer grit that GCU possesses. They never give up on a ball.
DeFalco keeps it up. Chisholm, good communication. Horton sends it over on the free ball. In the middle, off the top of the block. Horton is there, good recovery. They're gonna go outside, Jenny Murillo. And it's gonna be right back to the Lopes. Kubinski just got a little bit too excited on that one and serves it out of bounds. It's 18-13. Mitchell outside for Jenny Murillo. It's gonna fall. Murillo's got 10 kills. And the Lopes up by 6. Mitchell puts that one in play. They're gonna go in the middle for Sattler. No touch, good play. And the Lopes go up by 7. It's 20-13. Lopes closing in on a set 4 and a match victory now. Mitchell again, floats one to Harrington. They'll go in the middle for Sattler. Horton keeps it up, and so does Mitchell, and now DeFalco's gonna have to send one over. And the Lopes, more good hustle from them. DeFalco right there to cover. Outside, Murillo. Almost got it to fall. Pushed over, Mitchell. Outside for Hagee. She'll send it over. Good rally again between these two teams. Off the Murillo block into DeFalco. Just a bit behind that one, maybe one step too far behind the block coverage, and it's 20-14 now. Blatcher will serve for Kansas City. Out of bounds, the 13th service error of the match, and the Lopes are back up by 7. Kayla Matthews gonna serve it for GCU back into the game now. She'll get her first attempt to serve. Kayla Matthews puts one in play. Gonna go in the middle for Lukes. It's blocked. Kubinski and Horton stuff Lukes at the net, and the Lopes are up 22-14. And now the birthday song coming out from the Havocs behind us to Kayla Matthews. Now it'll be tipped over the block. Mitchell for DeFalco outside for Horton now. Rocket of a hit, and it'll be kept up. And now out of bounds, and the Lopes are up 23-14. and they are 2 points away from taking this match in 4 sets and taking over second place in the Western Athletic Conference. Kayla Matthews puts that one in play. Outside, huge kill into the back corner from Alisha Harrington to pick up kill number 6. And it's 23-15. Horton for Mitchell. Outside for Horton again. Melody Horton gets it to fall, and the Lopes have match point, 24-15. Kubinski in. She'll serve it. Moss into the middle now. The Lopes can close it out right here. The Havocs have their keys out. They're ready to close this one out in 4. But Kubinski just gonna miss the line. And it's 24-16. Harrington for Matthews. Mitchell outside. Kyra Moss! It falls, and the Lopes have taken over second place in the Western Athletic Conference. And Kyra Moss picked up kill number 8 with that one, and the Lopes win it 3-1. Fourth set, 25-16 victory. And the Lopes will move on to 18-4 on the season. 8-2 in Western Athletic Conference play and sweep the Kansas City Roos, who fall to 11-9, and 7-3 in Western Athletic Conference play. And Diana, the Lopes, minus the third set, played a dominant match here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams had a little bit of a rough start with service errors and hitting errors. Back-to-back solo blocks by Kyra Moss really turned the game around for the Lopes. The Roos really could not keep up with the Lopes once they found momentum. It also did not help that the Roos had 7 service errors. Set 2, we saw the Lopes get into a good rhythm. Great plays from everyone. This set was great for Sarah Hagee, who had some big blocks and big kills and even an ace. In the third set, GCU lost a little bit of focus on service reception. Saw an ace on libero, Tegan DeFalco. Alex Ratzloff was a key player for the Roos during the third set. She really hustled and kept quite a few plays alive. The difference between this game and the last time we played the Roos in September is Ratzloff. She brought some stability in this matchup. Ty Lukes and Alisha Harrington were big hitters and components during that third set, which helped them get that win. The fourth set, the Lopes came back to life. Middle still struggled a little bit to throw up a block because the Roos were running some really fast system balls. However, they put in some great hustle to keep certain plays alive. Another player that we haven't really talked about is Claire Mitchell. She had some beautiful setter dumps that the Roos did not even bother trying to return. I love seeing her exercise her volleyball IQ. Overall, when we look at the game as a whole, the Roos really hurt themselves by not being able to get serves and hits in the court. Lastly, Sarah Hagee is our GCU Golf Course Player of the Game. She may not have had the most kills, but she made crucial plays during important points of the game. We saw her put up turning point block. She put kills down when we needed them. She brought the energy, and I loved what I saw from her today. We even saw some aces.
So Sarah Hagee, your GCU Golf Course Player of the Game. Melody Horton, another double-double for her. 12 kills, 13 digs. Murillo, 10 kills of her own. And Kyra Moss with 3 big blocks on the afternoon for her and the Lopes. They'll be back at home after a 2-game road trip on November 7th for the last 4 games of the season, when they will take on UTRGV at 6 p.m. right here on GCU TV. Thank you for tuning in. You can tune in tomorrow to catch men's soccer action at 7 o'clock here on GCU TV as the men's team will take on the Kansas City Roos. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. For everybody here at GCU TV, for Diana Johnson, I'm Kyle Bork saying have a great night, a great rest of your weekend, and as always, go Lopes.
dad's birthday.